Hello, today is my brother's birthday, and Saturn goes direct or something like that off of Sagittarius. I have I'm a Sagittarius sun, and I have 4 or 5 other planets in the house of Sagittarius, and Saturn has always been a challenge for me, as it is for everyone. But so it's a big deal. Because I wouldn't say things have been rough necessarily, but they've been intense. A lot of inner work happening. Um, so I've been taking this storytelling class. It's only 6 weeks long, and the last 4 weeks I've been kind of stressing about this story. We have to create a 6-minute story, and I kept changing mine, and like it would seem good, but the beginning and the end didn't feel like a tight close. And I realized this is my typical problem. Like, this is why I still can't explain what I do to people easily, even though I've been doing it for years, and I am no stranger to the use of words. And I realize, of course, it's all an exercise in distilling, like really getting to know myself. So, because I have this, I'm always like seeing the connections. I'm like, but I have to tell this part of the story because it connects to that part. And my teachers were advising me a certain way, and then I could tell the story in more of a funny way and talk about kind of, like sex and drugs and all of that, or I could kind of do a more serious tone, like the story I really want to tell, and not maybe be as entertaining. So I was getting really frustrated, like, okay, maybe I shouldn't even take this that seriously. It's just a 6-minute thing for class, and it's about using the tools to create other stories. But then there's a part of me that's like, no, I mean, everything you say and create is a statement, and I want to care about the story that I'm telling, and I want to use this class as an opportunity to craft a story well that means something to me. So after being really frustrated, I just kind of let it go, and then a solution came. So I'm pretty happy with it right now. We'll see. I'm sure it'll change again. Oh, and it was a combination. It was like funny, but it still contained the the actual theme. And so I'm really excited. My brother seemed happy about the shamanic painting. I printed out a picture of him with the first layer. I told him to look at it and start telling me what he sees. And he was already seeing, he was seeing skulls and mushrooms. Really interesting. So yeah, can't wait to see what comes out of that. And I wrote down for him what I wrote. So I had his portrait, and then I wrote on top of it, like I channeled like his soul, and kind of who he really is, what he's here for. It's almost like a declaration. And I wrote it down for him. I made him a video and so that he can keep, but I also wrote it down so he can kind of, if it feels right, like read it in the morning, kind of like a song, the song of who you are, to like wake up to what's already inside. This is the first layer of a shamanic painting for my brother. It is time. I speak and make the music that only I can bring. All the emotion I have carried while holding the hurt of ones I love, I release. I let go the flood of sound that is my heart, an ocean that will not let anyone drown. No, my expression will be the womb through which true love will be birthed. I am free. I no longer deny any bit of who I be. My roar shines a light that cannot be seen. I am heard. My unique poetry will echo into infinity. As I am reborn, I stop time, and all are free. I wanted to share this story to, yeah, just like the magic and the fucking weirdness of life. So the other night I was talking to my father, and he started complaining about his phone and whatever. Forgot his password that I've like created 4 or 5 times, and then didn't know the answer to the security questions, and I was just getting frustrated. And so my dad's really into golf, and so for a lot of his usernames, he was using golfer 1207. 1207 is my birthday, and my father, for one of his accounts, he, I'm typing it in, golfer, you know, and it's not working. And he's like, oh yeah, for that one, it's Golfo, Golfo. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And he said someone helped him create the account, and this is one of his bank accounts, and he said golfer, but I guess with his Korean accent or something, it sounded like Golfo, and the guy wrote it down that way. Okay. And I kind of was like short with my father, and I felt bad, and just that whole like, yeah, all this inner work, and I still can't be patient, you know, with someone that you love, just kind of getting down on myself for that. Okay, so then the next day, I wake up late because I'd stayed up late the night before working on this story that I thought was like great, and then I realized wasn't, and felt all good because I thought it was done at 4 in the morning, and then a friend asked me if I wanted to go out to lunch, and a part of me was like, yeah, but then I was like, no, I gotta like regroup, I have to like meditate and do my routine and focus on my vision, you know, and I did some of that, you know, and I took a shower, and then I was just like, you know what, oh, and I got the message to be still, so I was like, okay, I'm definitely staying in, and I'm about to start my moon, so, but what was interesting is then I was like, no, you know, actually it would be nice to go out and spend time with a friend and just relax, you know. So, and when I checked in, it was like, yes, it's about being still no matter where you are, you know. It's not like to be present or still you have to be alone in your room. Okay, so I pick up this friend, and then I'm like already like, oh, I have to figure out where to go and what, because I never go out, and he's not from this area. So he says he wants Mexican. So I, you know, look on Yelp, and there's tons of restaurants, and when I click on one, it says I have to download the app, you know, stuff like that. And I'm just like, I'd love to just wing it, but I can't really. We don't have that much time. Anyway, I see a restaurant that's called El Golfo. And we ended up going, and it was amazing. It was actually the best Mexican food I've had outside of Mexico. I mean, that's crazy. And he's a chef, and he also thought that. So, I know, it's so random, right? But like, you can't make this shit up. It was awesome.